views and opinions expressed in this video are those of the creators and do not reflect the views or opinions of any individual or organizations mentioned. The content of this video is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as factual or professional advice. Viewer discretion.
Okay, kale tubaniriza basabo ne banyabo yonna jamusinze okutulaba mwe bale nnyo mwe bale ddala okutulaba ku Now Media UG tuzze olunaku olwaleero tugenda mba tunyumyamu ku bintu bye tulowooza tubisobola ddala okwongera okutereza industry yaffe ebeere yakabinyo okusinga mu entertainment olwaleero tugenda okubeera yoweeri era yo y'amaanyi nnyo yaffe yawani wake Uganda. Zafa Times Victor wali wano ne Apostle Jonathan Nalebo olwaleero twegattiddwako Bushington banga deni nnyo abatugoberera ku podcast zaffe ez'enjawulo muwulira Apostle ng'ayogera wano ku Bushington nakenji tuyagala Bushington yoyo nabako tuyagala Bushington yoyo so sometime back to amfuna muko ne tunyimya muko naye kati olwaleero wali wano ku set ne Jonathan Nalebo tulabe biki bye tugenda okwogera olubulamu era bogeledda okutambula bulungi Apostle kansoke nawe sokubuze ku bantu.
To begin with, I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Tenyongero back jukizanta follow us across all our social platforms as Millennials for Christ Ministries. Also our WhatsApp community, which is 0764 000 197. 6 months to end there. So I continue to tell every believer out there that we pray that everything is multiplied 6 times. Grace, favor, opportunities, finances. So I'm humbled and honored to be here on yet another edition.
Kana wengudde mikisa. Ujibidemu awo sewe yaposa agisabye ekintu ebirundi mukaaga. Victor buza ku bantu.
Abatulaba muli mutya mweyongera okulikinga n'okusubscribinga
osobola okufuna. Lwakuba nkamula nnyo yange. Nkamudde nnyo bannange ate tosasula.
N'omuzimu gonna gusayiminga.
Ne Innocent yagezaako n'alemererwa kati si gwasoose.
Yageza kukola
okusayininga ogwange twamulekera litojo ojo nani twalaba ngo mukadegayirira
odegayirira yogera bongeza
yagamba ndi byonna bikole nayo mwana wange tomugobanga wano kati ni mudi kufa
like any other parent ndoza ye mama alabika amanyawo katamanyi miri mwana miraji akola
anti yaba ya signing adwa mwana we kufa life contract mumpira wali yali asanize ko life bamana ni moving on
ne
Messi atuka
ne was signing a life
performance yakwe yimirira
biguma kozi kongo kan tasanyira club ondala
ne Messi try to manage taliva ku
Piero ya chikola ne si Del Piero si aliani Francisco Totti yes I think Napoli or Roma
yes
yagamba omuntu yenda bulamu bubona
agusambira awokka
ne Paul Scholes ya chikola ku
Manchester
Paul Scholes tiasambira club ondala
yamwagala mwaina kujja mwani
so Victor Little John name ono jaja yeye yagamba nti katizo
muziki naye abawa ekibumbashi
jaja yegayirira mbera yonna si abanga ko mumbera muzuko
Victor nalwayo nnyo ozeza emyaka 10
wetano mukaga
muti yenna ina kumaza meze emyaka 10
natuuka okulayira bwe ebituukaawe byenkanawo anyway tulina Bushington sokubuuze ku bantu.
Yes, abatulaba babuuzaako mbalamuzaako kansobere bigenda bulungi mwebale ku tuning in bwemulaba muba muwagira abana Uganda naye moso n'okuteeka mu nkola bye muba mulabye bamuwulidde.
Well njagala tutandikire ku discussion yaffe gye twasembye okubeera nayo ku show gye twasembye okukola na Apostle wano. Apostle yabadde addamu Mr. Henry naye era erinnya lyo along the way era nerijja
Achoteka ku folder zestaina kubaako.
No, the beauty is omanyiza abantu omanyi obuzibuze bwenfuna n'abantu ebintu mbyogeranga webiri. Era abantu tanyo bagamba kizibu nyonzo okuwangala. Kozi mukwogera okwo ekituufu ate omala n'oyokya. Kati kigenda beera nnyo kizibu okuwangala nja kwogera ekintu ekituufu ku muntu ng'ayagala amazima.
Sawa yonna bakuteeka.
So no, what I was only simply saying nti mubamu ebintu bye ngamba nti kino Bush akimanyi. When you stand on it, you will say the truth, not to please people. So there are few people like you. Nti nsolo kuba kubya stakiriza gana nawe naye kitufumba manchi manyi techo kati Bush akola ki? Nkimanyi nti olye a few of the people abali sober minded. Kyantegeza nti kalenga lwena lini magambye nti Bush does a lot of one rakuba nti just our market is not sufficient to support him. Achikola lwa love because me have seen Bush ngalwana mbo performances zibene nungi olemeza ku babitu sabo ba Spice Dana mbijukira ngo bitandika ebintu bya stage performance Sheba naye teba bitegera but if you're in another economy they would have appreciated performance nti ebintu ebimbi nabena na pre-recorded
sale mu economy efu
of course abali mu kisera kifuna ye because of the love mulu emanya nti ye music amwagala bwagazi
nasala
nabera ku level naye nga music amwagala titamuli munyo ntura send naye nti Bush amushwa ne warabe ekintu ekirungi ku muyimbi nga tamanya asolo mu kwesina mugamba nti kino akoze kino because there are people who are passionate about the job before even the money.
It's also it's true because got go do them on that, but it's also a nagging thing. And now like for Karuka State and this so kumikiriza kutuka waka kumugamba kino n'ekintu tekigenze
byaganye yewe mugambirawo
no rero misimune simuna lingi kute wendi nimpunga ya gushautuko kitegera kwa but yeah sima topic je mwasembeyo kuba mogera ku bintu bingi
je rwasembeyo okwogerako Mr. Henry agenda n'agamba wano Victor ne Musafi oyo n'ensi yonna n'emulaba ngaga ku Africa ku mu bayimbi abakazi talaba muyimbi asinga Cindy talent
genda Nigeria
ko mu
Uganda South Africa ko mawa
tamulabanga era ye n'agamba ekintu ensonga yabadde bali be basinga Cindy management enkola yaabwe system na buli kimu naye toyimirizaawo Cindy n'omuteekaawo n'ogamba nti Cindy asinga ono byerinnya lyajeyo but netugezaako okugaziya conversation gatuleeta ne ku balala omuyimbi asobola ate maloboozi ddala gegalaga talenti bikibwe bityo so Apostle yadda alina byatulaga naye ng'olulimi olulitekirika ebisemberayo ddala abimanyi wano wabikunnyonnyola naye tasobola kugamba A-, tasobola kugamba gundi na biki byonna so we want to pick your mind how to treat that statement kyekisooka Cindy bwe kuba kusinga asinga nga baani nga tutandikidde wano ewaka mu Africa asinga nga baani ye tujja mukwatayika kubanga oli gwe yaleeta then nawe otuweeyo ko wano boolaba n'ogamba nti naye nno mumubuusa n'ateeka kuba star n'okusinga kye mulowooza.
So basically one, let's first understand Avawa. You know, I want to look at it in three angles. Avawa in essence nti wabesingire gye kugamba Cindy
yasinga.
So we dive into kyekyo gwe kyolaba ffe kye tutakola ki oba kyekyo kyolaba naffe kye tukola ki. Two, how far have you gone to see other people? Oba okitegeera gwe ogambye maama we yasinga okufumba
olidde ku ya maama
wa Nalebo oba okitegeera kyengezako okugamba. So then ki talent kyeki gwe oba oyogera ku talent because tosobola kugamba talent eringa nnyaanya kuba n'ennyaanya tezenkanankana naye nga zonna bazisimba mu nnimiro y'emu. Akamu kaba kanene akalala kaba katene, akalala kaba keeru nnyo akamyufu nnyo akalala sike naye ate oyinza kano kawooma okusinga kano. Naye apple tezirina test y'emu waliwo kyegendereza. I think they don't have the same sugar levels.
So, red
yeah, in a way if you're to gauge it's a bit subjective nti kisinzira gwe kikyoyagala. Okitegeera kisinzira gwe kikyoyagala. Now if we are to analyze talent first, ekikiye kyalaba, there are the basic things that you look at. Wazi yada ayogera ku ddoboozi or as an entertainer as a whole package. Let's first understand. Simanyi
olaba kyetera okugamba variables kati ono kyali mu kubreakinga are we looking at the performer, are we looking at the voice variables.
So because as any creative way a talent, I know my strength and I capitalize on that and I know my weakness which I work on. I'll give you an example. The time when Jeff I'll be honest, I saw Sheba before anyone. And how I saw Sheba is seeing the Emulatum studio. I'm the one who voiced that song. I remember very well. Cindy Amuleta, she wrote a gospel song
for Sheba.
Then we spoke, Sheba, but why are you singing
gospel
song? Like, are you going to? So bakola chorus newash, and then Sheba kept on coming to the studio nga Cindy Tariko. And I think Cindy paid Mr. Mtwala Bajali Abidi or something.
For Sheba.
Yeah, naye because Sheba yali dance away that time. Nga babeera nnyo babiri bwe bati. Eva nga babeera babiri ngera Cindy ajja recordinga na Sheba abeera ku kido.
Sheba yaliko dansa wa Cindy.
Nga baba yali dance away babeeranga babiri. Okitegeera. But once in a while on the stage nga Rita dance oluyakola oli wakuba shono walampa. And you get, so I'll ask you, is Rita Sheebah'S dancer? Maybe professionally she is, you get. So, but I remember abatwali mu Rouge, abatwali Wakazora, and then Cindy was on stage and Sheebah went on stage. I remember there's an incident, but so I think she was using the platform. But then Sheebah yimbi eri mu obsession jebali. So they spent a lot of time together. And I remember nemugamba naye tusobola kubuulira abantu njiri. Leero yimbe gospel, bw'okuta gospel ogenda kuyimba ki?
Gospel paka last.
Long story short, nabeeranga ku studio, and then we did that song Ngenda Kunyenyeza, which was co-written by Radio.
Oh.
I remember Cindy yajja n'akwatakwata because gospel Cindy yaluwandikira ddala. Naye baakolako chorus. So watching kugamba, but when we were recording the voices, there is one attribute that I saw in Sheebah. Besides the character, because she's beautiful, she's, you know, even when she was singing, she was like performing, she has a tone. That tone is a very big factor in music, especially commercial music. You get, there are tones that you can tell that is so and so. I'll give you an example. Even if you're deaf, you can know that is Chameleon because of his tone. There are people nti eddoboozi lye tereetaaga kunnyonnyola. Mulimu abagakolako nga they
bayigidde ku mulimu.
Si kuyiga mulimu, but they create an art around their voice and it creates an identity like Butcherman. Because teri azaalibwa ne rough neck eyo. But most people now bw'owuga n'ennyo you kill frequencies in your because you strain the muscles, you tear tissues.
Pastor babikola.
You get, yeah, era bw'ojoweza ba pastor abamu bw'onyume naye bw'atandika
Bujengo.
Yeah,
I know they were setting facts. Pastor Bujengo.
Don't mention
names. So if we were to analyze talent, the basic things that we are going to look at in a voice, you get the tone, the range, how high will someone go, how low will someone go, how someone sound. You get. So era buli abantu abamuntu kisa kisobola because amaloboozi gaabwe. I'll give you an example. Radio had a limited range, but he knew how to use his voice. And I remember abantu beyasinga okwegomba yalinga Jamal nga bana isinga sobola okuhitinga note ngoyo musajja. You get, because Jamal has like that high range. You get. Naye radio teyaginanga. Era the more he went high, ngedowoozi erifuuka a bit husky. You get.
You could feel it.
So, but he knew how to play around with his voice. Now that's being technical. So that's why in if you're going to get, but then there are people who are blessed with versatile voices, like they can do a lot of things with their voices naturally. Then there are people who train their voices to do stuff. Mulimu abayimbi nga mbamanyi nga muzaale.
Just before we go, oyogedde ekintu kya radio ne Jamal. Bw'oba ogamba mu range. Jamal and Aziz, they came there about the same time. Kind of similar genre. Who has a better range between the two?
Jamal has a higher range.
Than Aziz?
Yeah. Jamal's range is crazy. Jamal's range is crazy.
Boshinga mulimba ki Jamal lwe yagira ennyo n'awanika ennyo?
Songs. Love film ya Masasi.
Radio can't do that?
It was going to be very hard. Which is radio's highest range?
I think even in Talk and Talk is stressed.
I think Rachi Tokula.
Rachi Tokula, yes. Sitani.
Sitani. I was singing you, but Rachi Tokula, because that was a chorus. Again. Which when you see him on to
Wakuanika
nyo, he wanted that mid range teyayagala nnyo kugenda once in a while but that was not his sweet spot, so he knew his sweet spot. There are things you can do.
I think what I kind of agree achomugeza kugamba technically omuntu akera nategere eddoboozi lye where radio tried weyagezanga empanvu n'emulema yakolangamu melodies eddoboozi oba n'awuuna.
Listen, like high ranges are worked on. It's how some people
okay.
That's what I'm saying with chilling akapiira. If you look at, we all watch football. Every player is different, but they all have potential to become the best players. What Sergio Ramos does, Cristiano can't do. And what Cristiano does, Sergio Ramos can't do. Now, I'll give you an example. A person like Modric, Flair Yeriwa, or Toni Kroos. It's in the passing, how they understand the game, the Kevin De Bruyne. Taina dribbling.
Odegaard, passing. That's what, but you appreciate the beauty in how they play because their flair, Javaina, is passing, finding a pass where no one can find it. But Cristiano doesn't pass like they do. Messi doesn't pass like Kevin De Bruyne. Messi does.
You get? Boy, it was passing, but pass one period. No, and you're going to see a change where you get the you get a factory where
Messi does passing.
But I'll ask you,
passing what?
Messi, Toni Kroos, and a single passing.
I'm singer.
See strength here. But Messi's strength is one-on-one. Is dribbling in those short spaces. So what changes anti-Chengizakola? Debate here. What Chengizakola? Indeed, Amalo's Ganjao. So they can't be the same.
Yeah, but we can find a better one.
They can't be the same.
Bushkaya can't talk about getting to say Jamal has a better range than Aziz.
Ati Jamal ayine nnyimba eziraga range eyo gyagambye Aziz
you can okay. Abantu kikunyonyola nti bwe nkugamba nti ayina a higher range, it doesn't mean oleta manyi kuyimba.
Of course,
because also Jamal
can't be saying that. Ndimugeza kugamba
he can't be as sweet as Aziz as you.
Yes.
He's like Chenkugambe
try to go by variable.
In radio, he could go up.
But not as high as Jamal.
No, not as high. Even as high, you can. It's like I'm saying, we can. Because it's the easiest example.
Okay,
we can all aim.
But there's someone who is better at it.
You're sweeter. Where is your sweet spot? Where people are appreciating you. So if you look at his biggest songs, where is his sweet? And I was discussing with Enoch and Samit. Enoch, our manager of Beatles in Samit Workings Lab. He's my friend. And we discussed music. And I was telling him, me, I'm a person who is statistics oriented. And we were discussing an evolution of music. And we brought all this discussion, Jeff Nevani, the problem with us, we get static to a certain level. Example, there's an international artist, I can't say on air, but this called you by name for anyone. It's exactly this international artist is doing a tour and he wants to do a show, 3 shows in Africa. So I had to defend my case for that show to happen in Uganda. Here, between I'm only doing Uganda, East Africa, because the people doing West Africa and South. But for my region, I have to defend Uganda and Kenya. So Uganda has the youngest population in the world. Your niche is the youth, 30 below. So which means inti woteka wano show audience emitwalo ena ogiina
atosobola okukula nayo.
2 ne munyonyola nti bw'obala mu East Africa we have more events than any East African country, so which means nti audience eraba ebivulu weeri. Ne mu ekyokusatu bw'obala mu tiketi zaffe ze tusasula ezaffe ziri waggulu okusinga Kenya ne Rwanda. Yeah, mane ya Kenya eri waggulu ne ya Rwanda naye bw'ozizza muzee waabwe okitegeera. So tusasule 10 ate bo basasulanga 7.
Enaba lishali popinga aba musasula go mu kitundu.
Okitegeera.
They have more value.
Okitegeera. So lwaki nkugamba nti amaloboozi gano bwe ngamba nti oli and it's a fact.
No,
They
I
don't
get
have
your
the
point.
same-
You're not saying tamanyi because you're just saying the other one is better at this.
Yeah,
Because
and I'll give you the best example. When we're recording Helena, I remember David recorded before radio. Nakola chorus and so, and I've had this conversation on TV. When we sat, because I was tracking radio's vocals, Nina Shwanda, and I remember Afuruma ne basoka bandeka ne radio munda. Then Nash Najang, he wants to add some stuff. Was in Amgamba, let's record then Umaroko Lechi oyongeremu. So when he listened, Yambuza, what's the direction? Nangambe ekintu engeri oli gyayise waggulu nze kampite wa
Lutalo yayita waggulu.
So imagine radio yali ayimbye as high as David Rutalo. What type of song are we going to have? If they, because the dynamics are, these variations are the ones that make a song beautiful. We imagine
no naina jana ogana.
What I want to look at to bring the conversation back home. Tuli mutunulira Cindy. So they were saying comparing Cindy with the rest of, okay, before even come here, because for me my conversation was, if you're saying he's bigger, does Cindy have a better voice than Thames?
I feel
they could be in a different class.
So no disrespect, but there are different voices.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I feel Thames has a more commercial voice.
Commercial. Who is more commercial?
It's more commercial. Like this is a voice that, you know, when I'm a record executive and I'm looking for the next big star, if they play me, because I've been in rooms where these people listen and I know how they do it. They don't have time. So these scouts bring the first 5 seconds I go, wow. So play me something more. I feel Cindy has the technicalities to play with her voice and do a lot of stuff. From a more performance perspective, when she's executing with her voice, she has the freedom, she has the talent and the capability of, you know,
with experience, of course.
Yeah, giving you a lot of things. So it's the same thing. If you listen to Sheba, she has one thing. She has the tone. You get, but she doesn't have
the technicality,
the capability to do musical stunts. I mean, like musical things that will make you say, "Wow, this is a great singer." You get. Whereas I know Cindy has it naturally, but she has also worked on it from a performance perspective. Like I was watching her at the Spice show because we did the show, and it was, you know, I was even posted it and I'm like, yo, this chick, and it's the best I've seen her. Like she really put up a vocal and dance performance. She balanced it. To me, there are few people who do that. I do something. People never pay attention. Usually when I create a moment to dance and a moment to sing. And I do it when I'm designing the music. Because there are few artists who dance and sing. Michael Jackson was the king of that. Because he could dance heavily and the voice would stay the same. Michael Jackson. Tata wa Michael teyamukuba mboko nga muto kuyimba singa tetwafuna ki Michael Jackson. So it's hard to compare, but if you're to compare,
Uganda tulina abasobola kikola obulungi okuyimba n'okuzina.
Cindy does.
Yeah, Cindy does sing and but also what he's trying to mean is most of them have, like, with Michael, it was 100% dance, 100% singing.
Chris
Brown. Even Chris Chigwamuko. Chris Chigwamuko, because I worked on his 2 shows in South Africa. Chigwamuko, yes, Chikola, but and Joe again, there is
Diamond Platinum.
Chris does a lot of playback.
Playback is what?
CD like band. Michael used to do a lot of live music.
Wano oli waba ayimba ate okuzina kukamu.
Yeah.
Wazina okuyimba ne kukamu.
Ate Diamond Platinums.
Yeah, Diamond, when Diamond is performing, si muyimbi asinga okuwoomerwa kachokera mu Luganda kigande kundetera bizibu si muyimbi gwosinga okuwoomerwa nga
ayimba
naye bw'aba tali mu kuzera ole bw'aba azina tazina nnyo bw'aba ayimba then are creating but that's why I said it depends on the art gwe gwotegeera nti kino kyekizibu kyange how do I cover up so me I know and if I've given these two people
so bustambuze
if I've given these two people a stage
who and who
Thames and Cindy nemba gamba nti mwembi muyimbe fair ground kyongera mu bandi yemu Michael Oma mwembi abakubire and perform Cindy Thames will sound beautiful Cindy will be more entertaining you get it? Thames will sing for you
Thames aina amarobozi got the voice
I'll but Cindy will sing and entertain you I don't know if I'm getting my point clear Cindy will sing the Thames is not a performer she really
is a love ballad kind of
like aboa muko baba ye bintu bya tula o bakuyimbira ne shows is like time oba ye mwenyina azito like chikachi mustegeera
Bamara Kare
kati Bamara utegeza example tu Bamara Kare si muntu agenda okola ki
naye kati but also that comes also ero kibe ekitono you compensate with this okategedde nti Diamond
otegeera strength yo
Diamond amanyi nti eno akatone katono akalaga kati akateekako n'ekikanda bongo maani eno n'ateekako amazina
but
kati Thames amanyi nti eddoboozi
ekintu statement eyo it's affected by so many things the commercial aspect is going to bias people's perception okitegeera the moment you say nti Cindy abisanya ne Ira Star the commercial aspect the commercial aspect that's why government when take Thames ne Cindy on a fair platform okitegeera teri ayina
kana ka South Africa kataira biralam so bush for me what I would want to know manyinga no nabagambye nti nze mba nsolo chulya nayo buzibe chintawanya kubiwa amanyago but mba nsolo bulire ekintu ekirungi Ugandan music kati oyogedde ku kintu ky'okuba ntwali omuntu nga se naawo mesaziza zion isn't Paul Job feel like aziza zion tiyagenda nga yali akka yawomera
that was his sweet spot
ani Paul Job cafe sami sachisemakula
era naye
tayambuka ani yali asinga okwambuka mu basajja mu Eagles ng'ojjako ba Catherine tayambukira ddala
I think Eagles asinga okwambuka ayinza okuba Mayinja
kati ate Timo avuma Mayinja enkya n'eggulu nze mugamba is my favorite artist in Eagles
I think Mayinja
agamba nti Mayinja ayimbanga KM
let me first Mayinja I think mu Eagles ate kusaasira yasinga okuba
ni mugamba basajja mmero cause ne Lutaya mwagala Lutaya yambuka
debate yayo ate teri bakazi batono nnyo oba ayinza obutaba mukazi asinga kusaasira range mu Uganda
ekyo mpulira babyogera sinamuwulirako
ayinza okuba tewali mukazi amusinga high range
asinga Irene Nambiru
I think Sasa has a higher range than I'm not sure but yeah Irene is more technical like
Boshamanyeze ndaba nnyo gundi eno era gundi eno kawo ndaba nnyo gundi talent shows naye boogera nnyo ekintu kya technical nti you're being technical with your voice ekintu ky'okubeera technical nze ndowooza it's where someone finds a comfort n'amanya ekyokukozesa eddoboozi lye nga bwogambye nti ku radio nti yakera n'amanya omuntu Cindy n'amanya nti nina we sitasobola tuuka ku naava naye ate nina kyensobola okukozesa
I think Irene I was mpade no challenge byogera no weda kasibiri mu ndowooza kwa
that's why you're supposed to be with me on this show
kati I think Irene has a high range but Kusasira's range is more powerful
kati bosho kintu kyentera owulira nina kintu kyentera owulira mu maloboozi nga bagamba eri now texture njawula texture yebanga smoothness y'eddoboozi ly'omuntu nga for example Jamalo kugamba agira naye nze mpuliranga Aziza Zion yalina a nicer texture to the voice
now texture is the smoothness
or the hardness
like that these other elements texture is natural you can work on it even
people have rough neck
they work on it now the technicalities are these what can you do with your voice musically
so we are saying Irene Nambiru and Catherine ogambye mu range ali hard.
Notch.
No, when her range here is powerful.
Powerful, what do you mean?
Like when she goes high, she remains very bold.
Abanga nga unagamba nti Whitney bwe yawanikanga ne bwagenda asigala nesigala ngeri.
Now, I'll teach you now. There's what they call the head voice. There's what they call the chest voice. There's what they call the mixed voice. The head voice is obanga ayisa munyini. Like tosika muka kuva wano. Chest voice osika kuva wano. Then the mix is both. You're halfway.
Na ulyanga nyo radio ngagamba nti yimbango ova mu lubuto.
Now,
tekuba kweka koko.
It's part of it's part of the voice. So if you are the head voice, it goes through more the diaphragm. The chest voice is when you're coming from down. You get. So the issue is with
Irene.
Irene. Now I'll give you an example. The artist in agenda wagulu, the power is going to change, but then the texture is going to change. That's why now there's what they call falsetto. When someone goes, there was an Italian fuka katini. Like you hear like on a guy one of Boys to Men, chikolanga Maurice Kiria does it. You get.
Wouldn't we do it with this song for you? Run a simu yakona.
Which one? But Irene does it a lot. Like she trills or she take another. But with Kusasira, agenda. This galanga we did. Kusasira doesn't do a lot of trills. She doesn't do
wawanika.
Kusasira wagamba go. Eva go. Najilemerako, najiwangaza. Whereas Banabalala, they do like they can play with the voices. Ainzo buta sigala yo nyo wagulu. Because we're making an
Busho mutu okuyimbira wano taba munafu.
No.
Kubanza olaba nga Lutaya Geoffrey namulaba tayimba kuva eno okuyimba kwe kuli wano but nga awoomeseza. Whereas when you're saying Ronald Mayinja you're saying yali agenda waggulu nze mpulanga ye yali ayimba okusobola okuva mu kifuba okwambuka ate ne mwami Misaki mpulira nga atali wa wansi.
Tanyakuwa challenge njagala ngambire omuntu nga Irene rapping nga nafe. Which is the easiest. This looks like chanting. You get. It's not in her voice, so she has to work on that.
Good Juliana chayagala tukola mukwe kunya remix.
Ne kuli achimu wapita mauzi mukayimba kabojja.
Wangambojja.
Yagazo kuba rap. So Bush. Bananga bakwa abantu bantu bokola nabo. Naye just oba tokubye naye abantu bayige because sometimes people don't get this opportunity. In my perspective, for me, Irene Nambiru is the best female singer in this country. Whereas I know that if we look at more commercial,
I don't disagree with you, but I want you to back.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. When no nyabakazi abachasa okubera bakabi in the millennium, I'm not a big fan of Juliana, but I know that Juliana comes number 1, then Irene comes 2. But Munze Wambu's are my favorite on a personal level because Juliana I know where yatuka. In terms of the brand, the commerciality, okubanti abantu bamutegeera nnyo. Whereas I believe that Irene is a better singer. These two ababiri kubera tetunafuna yo koba amaloboozi babisanyiza bakazi kutuuka awo. Tewali nchangamba nga bali tai.
I feel about it bali just
nchangamba tai
just lazy
nchangamba tai. Bruce Bush, these two what makes one better than the other?
I think they're different. They're very different. Yeah, I'll tell you for a fact. They're different. And even the things each can do that the other can do, but not as good as the other one. You get. If when Juliana goes high, she stays like a Catherine Kusasa. When Irene goes high, she may not maintain that same texture for long, but she knows what to do when she's high. She'll make it. So they're all different. That's why in Kigame, you're telling me to choose between Messi and Ronaldo. You get.
Kati njagala tunye variables. Ekikati yogedde ekyokwambuka range. Wetutunulira tone. Who has a better tone?
Depending on what you want to listen to. Omanyi lwaki nkugambye it's very hard.
But you're playing political.
Kati kiringa nga gwe okubaana bo olina abaana bameka si babiri okubaana ko ani gwosinga okwagala
betumanyi
the issue is this depending on what you want to listen to. Now if you are a hip hop fan,
no, like you've said, bona tubatadde wantu wamu Michael Uma yasamba,
and it's a decision
we are doing one genre.
This is what I'm telling you, Nalebo. This is I want you to understand. It's subjective.
But Bush can tell the tone that this tone is good.
And my opinion can't be the benchmark.
We are hearing from a professional.
No, I'm a human being. I'm a human being.
Okay, of the two, on your human level.
Kali kanku example.
Bush to political.
Andi kanku example.
On a human level.
These two
voices.
Ngamba okungamba nje mukazi wa kabina niwe bere yagala kani. Obo kitegeera. Owe bere nze nja kugamba ku bina kwesiva. Ona agamba ati ku bere bina lyo tokola ki. So it's a bit subjective. That's why Mbuzi she was in the beginning into Mr. Henry. Yabade it's very hard for me to tell you because the issue is this. It's hard for me. I've worked on both their shows. I've worked with them. I've appreciated their differences and their similarities. And each person is different is so powerful. Into Owebina Arena. No bere akola ki kigenda kubeera kizibu ono webbina ofune bere no si tekiri political nyagala osigale
okay kat Bush backward opportunity Uganda is celebrating emyaka 10 100th century anyagala kuyimbira national anthem
anagenda kunyimbira national
between Irene and Juliana we close it with that.
They both can sing that.
We have said government LSBD and you want the Bushington Kagoda. Abayimbi bali aba
and my watch
naye gwe producer Uganda is celebrating 100 years essentially of independence. But Bush, we want you to find one person of the two artists again to imbira national anthem.
Saying a discussion about the words. Ntigo Irene ne Alien Skin. Chali badeki. Watching kugamba, these people are almost similar.
But there is something.
The difference is very minimal. Very, very minimal. Remember these people, this was a duo. If it was speaking about Reddy and Weasel, it's very different. One was a singer, one was a rapper. The differences here are very minimal. Are very minimal. So it's hard. My decision will not be a benchmark
on the voice.
It's going to be just a subjective decision in Tinze. Oh no, ya mpomede. Naye when kugamba mazima gali nti, if you're to gauge,
wawuliza nnyo Paul Job Kafere. Wamulirako nnyo. Ne Fred Sebata. Who had a better voice?
I think Kafere had a better voice. Sebata nani?
Sebata ne Kafere.
Ani?
Sebata ne Kafere. Who has a better voice?
I still think Kafere has a better voice.
What made this voice better than the other?
His voice had I feel it had this natural emotion. And I'll tell you a fact, that's what radio used to beat all the artists with.
Emotion.
He has emotion. Like you just wear yourself in this what he's singing. So I remember it was recording is a new baby Rach Tokura and we did them on the same day. Because I remember we did Rach Tokura Echiro Bali bakubye wizo kamera ndi akubye wizo. Net recording a Rach Tokura. And he was crying in the booth. So maziga gamu
radio.
Yeah. The same thing kungenda mas like tears, real tears. Omanyo he was like you get. So he had that technique of emotion, and I've tried so much to take Bantu. I remember I had a fight with Jasmine about emotion. There's a song called I'm in Love, like we didn't drop it, but Nayomba nnyo naye nemvuma ebigambo bingi n'akaaba n'ayimba oluyimba. And then
ngakutade microphone
nze naga Michael finger soko fulume ndio kamugamba chovona akusinga chovona tosobola ontomuso ne mugambe bimunyiza. And then I got out Michael Michael gun track Mike wajanga mwalo mugambi muwadde biki. Nimga just go to her head. Okitegeera. Then after 3 days, we tried to vera ku masters and I just played the song. She couldn't believe that she had recorded the song.
So emotions, is this something an artist can work on? Or it's always natural gift?
You
like you've said.
Buli kintu osobola kikola.
So
kikola, but the issue is mulimu ebintu ebiri natural. So with the emotions, what Chachi Mubekinga, his stories were so real. Like engeri jazz narrating him because of his natural experience, emotion. Like you really feel like in that oyingira mu story ye. Gano kalukiya kawala owela biranga oli mu taxi ne kalukiya nga katudde walinga yali awo balaba. You get some artists are very good singers but they don't have emotion in them. So bwe mu kuyimba lwa love ajaduyimba it will be plain. You get it will be a nice song vocals but it won't stick in you. Mulimu abayimbi nga bayimbo obuliranga akuyingidde mu vein.
People mention a lot about Nomuwala yani ono Chosen Becky. Is she special vocally?
I think she has a very good voice.
Really?
She has a good voice. She has a good voice. And yeah, Rumuna Gamba Hono Gamba. The first time I heard Nayenga Bankuza, I think I can play with this girl. Nae
Zinani next to Rema.
Why are you looking for Rema? The world has seen Rema. We're not.
No, by then when she came, I thought that she's going to be.
Yeah. So abayimbi banja bayina maloboozi. Olechegereza abawala naturally their frequencies are close to music. Era jowa olero so omwana naayimba mu kinabiro munoga oli muyimbi. Yeah, but bantu banja bamanyi also no kwe discovering because what I know with music, the more you try out things, the more you discover yourself. If you even know music, any talent, the more you experiment things. So mulimu abantu nga commercial because obuzibu affecting the music also the audience. Nadala ba promoters abasoka. They used to box the artist into a certain type of music. If you don't sing this type of music, tetugenda kuwa. Ebyo muyimbe bwana fwe twatanga babuza otuga. Enzungu za mweza nani agenda zigula. Kati olaba abayimbi bonna bajjanga balina okuyimba nga bakusaasira Irene
Namagula.
Babitex bye bagula. Okitegeera. So we've lost out. Kyatandika kukyuka kuba olaba but Juliana they had to be forced to go local. Extremely baraniko kuyimba zi
chata wabana yani
for them to fit. But Juliana bali abayimbanga
say 7 days.
7 days. Okitegeera commercial bati babatwala. Nga bakuzanya capital but you'll wait for those commercial gigs. Naye kati wewe oyagala gula naddala emboze enadibademu y'okugula ennyimba and launch olina okukolayo oluyimba lumu
oludigida
lwe bagula kibaluma Africana kati ng'era promoter awulira naga mulamu aki yayimbye ki kigunyumira ku baana. So it affected a lot of singers.
So a voice is still a thing for Ugandan music or even globally? Is it something people still consider now for commerciality?
It's the first thing. It's the starting point of any. If you want to do music, how is the music sound? I have seen it even in most of those competitions. Ndabye nnyo mu competitions z'amawulirangayo muyimbi.
Ne bagamba nti eddoboozi siri awano but it's commercial.
Tewulirangayo muyimbi nga wakabi. N'olowooza it's by mistake. The fact that 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 ears are appreciating a certain frequency, a certain sound, a sonic from you, muganda wange. Not everything that plays will shake your head. The only problem is
Alien has a voice. He has a million people. No. Of course, it was. It's a natural.
Yeah. So ability. Alien's voice is for a certain type of play. It's a certain type of music. It's the same as Busherman. If you go to Jamaica and you ask me, does Vybz Kartel have a voice? Does he? He has a voice, but it's made for certain art. It's for it's for a certain type of music. Kati Vybz Kartel oyo nyagala nyimbira yakayimba ka Morgan Heritage down by the river. Okitegeera. But also nayo nyagala banyimbire Vybz Kartel.
Chayimba.
You see what I'm telling you? I want GNL okuyimbira Kibaluma n'ekidiwa Kibaluma akuyimbiremu kisolo ya Luka kyenkugambe nti bana ebitone tebyenkanankana, so that debate is going to be very, very
you see, agreed, but for me, even in those voices, I will tell you, I've seen Jay-Z comment that one of the best tones that he has had in rap is Snoop, and especially the way he speaks his name, SNOPP, and for me, my best rapper is Jay-Z, and for one reason, the tone or the sound of his mukwima muchita ono sessions, like ebigambo engeri gy'abyogeramu, even when they are all rappers, naye bw'owulira Jay-Z ng'ayogera, there is that tone in his voice, like it's ticklish. Okyuli wadde rapper wadde bali lwani we bali, he's very good rapper with poetry, but his voice is bogus. Lil Wayne,
no,
he's very good with poetry, extremely.
It is bogus to you.
It's art.
Now I'll give you an example. Okay, you get to Snoop, right? Snoop owulira akalobozi ke nga nalebo, you're confusing. It's like boyamba decades.
Nga bwendi smart.
Oli smart nnyo, tolaba okubye otaddeko omusalaba gwo, okubye ekikalu kyo kikubisiza mwiko. Waliwo agenda okutunuulira agambe abakasajja kalinga akasomesa. Wabeewo alabe laga akasajja kakubye ekimigiri. Oba nfuna
yajjeko enkofiira
kati nze olaba buno obupale obujjukira Wakenze bwayambala ngoba pipe saabwambalako era nagamba ogwo mulembe gundeke nalinga n'alani ne buno obwasalanga wano nabo saabwambalako oba okitegeera naye ate abasajja baanyumanga nga bakoze eki nga bakubye
n'obukenzo bakabo Snoop.
Now I'll give you an example. Nina kubuza ekibuuzo. Rihanna ne Jennifer Hudson ani asinga okuyimba?
Jennifer Hudson.
Right.
Her voice is more powerful than
Rihanna. Very powerful.
Tetituka kulyoli Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson is more like waliwo omukazi gwe nabadde ndaba agamba has begged Chris Brown 5 times nga amumya oluyimba. Like it's powerful voice.
Jordan's Fox. No, so this is the bad. Kubombia ani asinga okumanyika?
Of course Rihanna.
Do you know why? Her voice is signature. It's more commercial. Kati ono yakulira mu church. There's so many things that she knows about music with her voice. When Rihanna is singing, she makes it simple. She just sings. The once in a while she will do those runs, those trips, because she has music directors who are, let's go like this. But when ngamba Jennifer abikole, Rihanna byakola tasobola. No ngamba Rihanna akole Jennifer byakola ayinza butakola mu beauty ye. You get what I'm trying to say? So attributes za music zino zaawukana and they make each rich in a different angle. Okitegeera. So with Rihanna, she's not going to show you nti muyimbi nnyo akola trends, akola runs, akola bichi. She's not so musical. She'll execute plainly, simple. She keeps it simple. Now with Jennifer, she's going to show you nti kyakola.
Akimanyi kulagako.
Ofuna kyengeza kulaga. I'll give you an example. It's the same thing. It's Morris Kiria and radio. When Morris is singing, he's going to show you that he's more musical. Okitegeera, Kenneth Mugabe. He'll go down, he'll drill, he'll run, he'll do things. Agenda falsetto, alete vibrato, alete simaya bichi. Akole buli kabadi ko osoma muchi.
Mukatawo.
Oli ready agenda kujjaga ngenda maso, agenda compassing ng'ekyo ne emotion ne lyrics.
Akute.
Kati gojoza nnyo byonna byo. So then kugamba nti music is a very subjective topic. Gochoyagala. Okitegeera. Bw'osanga oli. Now I'll give you an example.
There can be parameters.
I listen a lot of abayimbi bensinga okuwuliza. I'm not so much a fan of Drake, but I listen to keep my brains in the know. Jay-Z strength here elimu swag. When he's rapping, you feel his swag.
Like, he has that
he's
tone,
like,
man.
nawe wobo biddemu olaba nga gwo wakabi.
Yagamba mulimba lwa bakola ne Khaled Osembeyo. God did it. Yabagamba mbu bakikuba nnyo so that this shit does not even feel real to us. Tamugamba nti bakabi nnyo nabo bafuka ne bagamba nti naye bannange byadda fa abali wano.
So the swag is backed up by the lyrics. Now gwoyogedde Snoop. His swag is not, Snoop is not a tongue twister. Again, a speeding up Buster.
Taina na poetry ebyo.
Naye ate Buster waba rapping yakulaga Buster twister bakulaga nti habeba agent. Okitegeera. if you go here, Gravity is rapper who is hardcore. Then Fik is more of a smooth rapper.
Waswag. Fik Waswag, Jay-Z.
It's different. Everyone is different in their acts. Nae Gravity chakuwa, it is very nice from a performance perspective. The Gravity no bata ina hit. Orengiri jaimbe inyimba ze. They have this natural drive. Ochitegera. Naye kati Fik tasobola kubukanga Gravity because of the type of music, like the way gwa rapping. Ochitegera. It's some
njagala maliza kunge ya marobozi wakati I have been able to speak a lot of professional terms next time when I'm speaking. When we look at the new and contemporary musicians right now, okay, sina batu abasinga banagamba, but let's say there's Winnie Nwaji, there's DJ Yasmin, there's Karuna Ntongo, there's Becky Butogedeko, Azawi. Busho chimwe wali abantu abayimba nenga abanga atalina ddoboozi naye nga muyimbi mulungi.
Kicho tegezi.
Katwabanga Azawi. Also omuntu kamba vocalist.
Yeah, she's a vocalist.
Yeah,
she is.
You know, he's my best female musician.
He's
my best female musician.
She has a very good voice.
Not actually female. He's my number 3 artist of lifetime. She's a vocalist.
Yeah.
I know ranges. That's all. Yeah.
So Azawi, now you see Azawi doesn't have this
range, yes,
high range, but she compensates that with her storytelling.
Yeah.
With her execution.
Yeah.
Got your radio.
Yeah. Azawi is
phenomenal. They compensate. But then there are people with that vocal range. Omuntu nga Jamali Chikambo Love achimala kedda chikemu. I'm alive. Do you know what it means to sustain like that? Not a vaco. It's very hard.
So Bush mbana abantu bonna. Nzo omuntu omulala gwendaba. In my perspective, never try to get on propose. So maybe you can just guide.
Kasadat.
With me, I was saying, if I leave the Juliana, if I leave Irene, I want to work on Catherine. Is Jagaman Simotagina. Me, I would have. Okay, they bring in the Nava Grey, but for me, I would want to bring in their Winnie Nwaji. In my perspective, I'm saying, if I leave Juliana Kanyomozi and Irene Ambiro, my third vocalist in this country would be Winnie Nwaji. Yes, of course, I just want you to give us a guidance on that.
Nwaji has a very good voice, and she has a lot of power. I feel nawuli Nwaji nga yimba chorus and rhyme. Na yimba Rono mkazi yani. This Jamaican singer Etana. Is it Etana? Ningapenda kono Winnie.
Studying them.
So I learned that she has only given us 50, and there are 3.
It's because of what the market wants.
I know like 4 artists who are like that. They've given us 50%
of what they can do.
Yeah, and
Lydia is one of them. And I feel I feel she has underperformed her voice.
Who, Winnie?
Lydia.
Winnie.
And I think all of them are boxed because of
what the market. Yeah.
So I feel they can do because Yaimbo Rimbo totally Ray Winnie, and like she was doing those runs and she was giving me those high notes, and I was like, yo no, I was again I'm rehearsing nembasanga bakola whenever Michael, but on my muyimbi ngwega mumanya ku lunako nga waliwo abantu
abayagala kulagako
kitegeera nga tuwogana bwe tutakuba naddala omuyimbi asigala nga akuyimbira nga abantu bali bwe bati. You know, nerves zikilling a confidence, and when you're not confident, you don't sing. So
you can't work without shades.
So kind of confidence. So because of the market, really boxed. They can't give us their 100%. I understand it. It's because at the end of the day, you have to make the money. Even Zafaran.
By the way,
Zafaran is a very good singer because I've seen Zafaran sing, and then Rema is also among those people. I think she's not
okay. Rema Winnie Nwaji. who would you bank on your money more? Today,
depending on what. Ati nkubuziza bank on what?
Nimaje ndako nwachimba.
Bagenda kudduka misinde.
Producer, njagala ngambe nti Bushi University ze wano. Emwade million ya $. Ntutwagala hit mu mwezi ogusembayo. Olina Rema, olina Winnie Nwajani gotuwa. Omuli abyali.
Anti kiriba ekyo.
Omuli.
Chokome ndo
Kagoda nkwa. Yes.
Wali wabwera jabiga.
Apostle.
Kagoda nze kute kimu.
Nyagalo sigale.
University zene million ya $. Ejiwadde Bushi. Mu myezi 12.
Universal tengambe kyeno.
Njagala album.
Universal. Universal. Ina Drake.
Kagoda be.
Universal ina Drake. Omulaba. Oboshitegera. Tagala kuchimba.
Andi bakubuuza.
Nekati zimubuuze.
Mbuuza ondeke sagala ombuuze ngwagala nziremu answer gwejoya.
Sinajira
nze nkuwe yange.
Yino Kagoda. Universities ze. Egambe we have $1 million. In 6 months, we want a platinum album. You have 2 artists. We now Winnie Nwaji here. You have Rema Namakula here. We want an album.
Guidelines. Katika mazo kubuza chibuzo take objectives. What type of music are they going to do?
The choice is yours. The choice is yours.
No,
Universal. No one direction yachi.
I want a platinum album from East Africa.
What type of album?
Yes.
Oyagala no risky. Oyagala break the chains. Oyagala no example. Zina album zombie za muyimbi neza njawulo. Oba okitegeera
njagala album zogenda okulya abana abayimbi bombi.
Anti njagala otegere which type of
fire. Njagala African authenticity.
Si genre.
Okay, chikiganye. Mbali njagala kuwa ekinatujjayo. Nze nkukyanga mimi njagala okole kino kimu. I want you to create for me a commercial album. Gwamanyi byogenda okola obegenda bera pop, obegenda bera reggae, obegenda bera afrozouk, but nina Winnie Nwaji wano, nina wano ne Rema Namakula, ngambe njagala album. Obakale EP enyemba
according to your research.
Yes, according to your research. Gwe nonyereza nga producer, but university is giving you $1 million. Mu 6 months.
Achitayama.
Mu 6 months. To demanding and twino bane platinum.
Lero mufunye.
Sagala fence ya Kagoda.
Alingera mudamu bwenti.
Manyozi bwana akola nabo. Kachagala kuta mugati gwe.
Sija mugati. Munale busina kyentya. At this my level omuntu okola nange amaji what I bring on table. So you either work with me or you don't work with me.
Kayemba chali wone eri guni chali.
You know anti era nkunyonyola. I don't do a post and come to me.
Of course.
Yeah, so this is the thing. Njagala on simplifying it. Omazo kumpa omulimu ntoyagala album. Ne album ziri different. Oyinza kungamba nti njagala album ya hip hop. Njagala ya reggae. Kati bayo objective.
Tema ya hip hop.
Njagala gwelonda
Bush.
Kalingena ku
I have given you the liberty. You know these 2 artists. In East Africa you've worked with them. Omu wa mtu ali mu studio. Rema. Omuntu wa mutwala. Winnie Nwaji.
Okay.
Na ibo no manya abilities zaabwe. Kati nze Universal nkwade $1 million ya $. Nze ngambe chimu myezi mukaga netaga commercial album from the 2. Who are you picking and why? Period.
Kati ngena kudda mbwenti. Bwemba nkola album nga ya soul. I may to go with Rema.
Okay.
Bwemba nkola album nga ya Afrobeat. I'll go with Winnie. If I'm doing reggae, I'll go with Winnie. If I'm doing dancehall, I'll go with Winnie. If I'm doing with a bit of soul, Afropop, R&B, I may lean towards Rema. Kuzembubi.
Mwezo genre zonna. Erwa
yayogedde nyingi.
Erwa
He has shown you the better artist. Indirectly.
No, what does
it
balance?
Agambye soul.
Nkuwadde.
Ne soul a bit of zouk. Nakuwa byonna reggae, dancehall.
Simaze naye nkuwadde example.
Abaze okugamba. Ansa yange njifuna.
Sina ansa. Saagala onkwate bubi. Nyagala kiri kyabwe kirekeko. It is subjective. Nkugambye, if I want to do a soul album, a soul album, honestly,
katika chikuchuze wendi Bush. Kankuteke mu fix endala.
Zengera ziva.
Who is the biggest female artist on the continent now?
The female artist.
Tyra, Temzi, banyabo. Irasta. The female continent, Africa.
On Africa.
Tumalirize.
The biggest artist, it must be Tyler. Yeah.
Tyler is Uganda. But you want Uganda to represent Tyler agambye I would want to do a collaboration with one female Ugandan artist. Olinawo Rema, olinawo Winnie, olinawo Azawi, olinawo ndimu abayimbi abakuba abakazi. Olinawo Vinka, olinawo wani mukazi omulala akubenyo. Kasi olinawo Shiba. Tyler agambye nti njagala collab n'omuyimbi ogwo gwe wesiga. Bush nawe otuddano gambye naye ono yalina to representing nga akote ne Tyler oyo. Kivaayo kigwa tagenda kunswaza nange.
Ani gwateekayo?
Era nze universal nze kugambye nti I will facilitate everything. Ani gwoteekayo and why? One.
Ompadani nani?
Vinka. Okay, ntandikira kwa Zawi number 1. Winnie Nwaji. Rema. Shiba Olik.
Vinka.
Bonabo. Abakyala abaliwo n'abawanuka. Ogambye kati wano gwe ngendo teekawo akole ne Tyler naye tagenda kunswaza. It is South Africa versus Uganda.
That's a good question.
I think I will get you.
I need time to think.
And this
is why I'm thinking. Now, ekibuzo obuza muntu mukyamu. Nenga kibuzo kirungi. Now, when you tell me to do music, I look at how they match. Now, omuntu gayimba ngendo okulowoozaako is, are they matching? Okujawo ngambye anti ongambye we do a record. Someone who is going to, I'm looking at a very successful record. Oba okitegeeza kugamba
two females on the same joint.
Two females on the same
joint.
Okitegeeza. So I have to look at who is going to match with Tyler.
You have the time. How many seconds?
Not who is going to compete with Tyler.
Yes. How many
Let
seconds?
me think.
Hello, Jalawa. Manyira biri mugenda ku after 5 ne mbuze ebya bulijjo.
I think
abagamba ne muweereze bimugenda okubuuza.
I think Tyler.
And why?
I may try and experiment Tyler with Cindy. I can try and experiment Tyler with
one artist.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm thinking.
Tuwo mukati agenda gamba bonna. Kyate wizifika. Ate ntuzaza. One.
It's a tricky one.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the music side. I'm not looking at the competition because which way I got.
Gwe oyagala kagoda. Nze ngana omuntu agenda turepresentinga. Opportunities ze. Tyler ali under what? Rock Nation?
Sony. Okay.
Opportunities ze Uganda. Gambe naye nino omukazi omunzi oli bwe muteeka ku luyimba kigwa. So of course, in my opinion, I would put Azawi any day.
Because you don't have an option.
Azawi will do it.
Azawi can match because they're not the same.
Yizo kukuba oyo. Ne jaja
actually Azawi can match. But it's a tricky one. I'm looking for the best version. Let me think.
Just say gamba si.
And I'm thinking out loud.
Nazaga gamba mbive ni kasereri kusasa. Abasitesha mayanja.
Nazo chikola.
Naye kamera tujijeko. Ogenda muuli.
Because
agenda kuvuma obwimbi bwo.
Nalebo setting up.
Pelina miwele keveko. Agenda buvuluko.
Okay. In no particular order, I think Tyler in conjunction.
One.
Abayimbi banja ompadde list yo kati kuloza mbanje ni bwogedde.
No gweteka mundo uwo ne wabata mwogedde. Osobola okumuwa ava piece.
Oshi mwekyusa face. Kitegeeza mwina opposition.
Abapisi mwagala naye boy. Nedda. Zikala akole ne bakitaka.
Okay, so compare Porte again. Anti abantu bali mukumva mu mutwe. Ngoloza wano ne mujjamu but I think
ekisembayo kyenjagala okubuuza.
I'm listening it. I'm
okay, kankuwe time nga bw'okirowooza nga bw'oddamu kino kiri tujja kiddira ekyo kiganye. Waliwo abayimbi kati bangi abato.
Tumalirize ggwe yangu.
Tumalirize kino. Waliwo abayimbi kiri ndooza topic eyo tetugenda gikola.
Ate tugenda gikola obudde bumwe.
Kati bucho njagala tukole kino. Abayimbi abatansinga abavuka abato. For me they sound the same. Liam Voice, Victor Rose, Violeta, Latinaika, waliwo abaana abataawo bangi they literally sound for me the same. Acidic bona waawo ono owa Katsi gwe balwana naye omusogo oyo Victor Rose Nemogedde amanyi nti sibamanyi ba Bruce awo abalenzi bangi Bush abaana abo there is a new sound they brought like the kind of R&B they've kind of brought back R&B but it's not R&B
budde wako video awo
awo batandikira awo among all those amanyi abantu batanyo gamba nti ono yo wakabi not in a bad way but what are the variables is there something new is there a new flavor that you have Mubo and who looks like is exceptional among them who can be like another Aziz Azion who can be like another Jamal because I'm looking at Jamal and Aziz came at a time when Reddy and Wuzo were extremely big but they still had the position you get a point you would not mix Aziz with Jamal Buyomi are standing I think then Kenzo came literally a bit after them sicho yes
but Kenzo is different from
I agree but balinga abavubuka bali mu kujja yes
now I'll give you some before I even answer you nachigambye Enoch yesterday nemugamba one of the problems of the industry is the type of mentorship that we have when we were coming to the artists that I found in the industry, where were they being mentored from? They had the Jamaican reggae influence. So they had this reggae influence. Jamal. So it was more of a singing oriented type of influence. Vocally. So there's a reggae aspect in it. Abayimbi ba today, they are more of Afrobeat mentored. So most of them are looking at Wizkid, Davido, yes. They were going like they're not looking at we sing too much. Just bring a little bit of bounce, swag to what you're doing. If you have a good beat, you pass. Now going back to your question, I was very happy when these kids came because lockdown, Tetraite to Chakala was more of listening. And this is something that artists in Uganda are not paying attention to. It's a streaming era. People are listening to music more. In the car, you listen to a song. Which song do you want to listen to when you're going to work? When you've had a stressful day, when you're at lunchtime? Which song? When I was doing Break the Chains, I had that balance. Yeah, so umusajja wange kwa sasa busazi ya line gamba left to right vya politics so I would think musajja okay
what my protected
so baba de bani chimala mfira ko
so back to you I thought there was a refreshing sound yesterday and I was happy when we were using Liam voice Victor Rose Unknown as it like body but that's what R&B but twava lockdown I don't know what happened nebataniko kolachi
okwata position
nebataniko kubula I think Virota is the one trying to bring it back so your question is who is ani gwendaba
gogamba this guy has a bright future
standing up
banja I won't know because last time they were telling me Liam voice is very good over online because of Uganda
and there is extras those are field things you know I think they all have the talent depending on what they do with the talent sometimes hard work beats talent
absolutely always
Sheebah'S beat most of the best vocalists in Uganda and what is her hard work her management used to put her in studio every day so even her weaknesses vocally they started kokola chi maybe ayimbanga ebikyamu nga tubivuma
somebody because of the brand
so I think Virota has a bright future I think Unknown is very good I don't know if he's lazy I don't know if that's how he is maybe into mpola but I felt momentum jali atwadde yayita alina tusa
Unknown
Unknown and then I also felt Liam yayina we yatukira and I don't know what happened acidic vocal we yakola concert yatuka becoming a complacent naye nagamba ndabika kubye was we jinja asimazene nkubachi Kampala
ne mwala wa
kyagala ki
sibanyo ne mwala wa ava loza bwe buzibu
ava se mwana sizalangako ne musajja gwe
Agala chitem.
nze nali nzaddeko. So yeah, I think those four, to me I feel,
and Victor Rose.
yeah, even Victor Rose, but my problem now abubuka I don't know oba industry tekyali aggressive mwana byedda byali nnyo bya ngoyina okukakasa. There is no way Victor Rose can sleep nga anona ina hit. I don't understand it. If I'm Victor Rose, I can't sleep
When
Vairota ina hit. Sobola kwebaka. That's eredda byalinga bya ngumi nga bwogi kuba hit akabo inokakola otambula oli bot. Oli agenda ku baby konde era twatumya ku beef ningamba bano bonna abevuma you go on a podcast of my baby cool, why don't you do 4 songs ngaza kayo ng'omulumba and we say obokitegeera omutriggering naye akuddemu because kyoyagala okitegeera
naye yakubye
first we used it omuntu yekaya tulema okulumba yali Bobi Wine naye twakasunda buli luyimba okubamu ani Chameleone n'olumba ono so bonna ne bakuba nga balina okuddiza but you have to be prepared nti ono bwanziriza nina ekisasirye muki. So I feel nti these kids are very but ebintu babiri is nnyo like tebalina Mike balina business naye abayimbi bedda music kaali akaguwa ng'era bwakuba akayinzijukira abamarosa nga muparoti bwakuba bana paroti yamaze bana yafunye akayimba nga namwe mumulaba musajja atobye oyikoko finger nga buli omu amumanyi nga talina luyimba no recorded naye watukira dukuba ne mga akasajja mukama yamaze n'akata ng'olaba. Then I feel industry nnaku zino too I feel the mentorship. Who are these kids looking at? I want you to understand the influence Reddy and Weasel had ku bayimbi ababali wansi. Buli yali wansi awo ng'ayagala kubeera nga bo. Nabo baali batunuulira Chameleone Bobi twagala kumenyawo bano. Oba onfuna. Kati bano ne ba Bobi Wine we bajja bayinanga abakongo simanya baani ba eri bamala bakafetu.
Alina benyine be establish ne be kuba nnyo.
So the issue is indeed if I'm looking up to Kenzo, what am I copying? He's into leadership. He has a good family, our minister, like so. There is more or less
music.
No, yeah, I want to look at him as a person more than music. The people they are copying, or they are, and this is the fact. And I want this to go on record. They are complacent. These are satisfied people. Sawa zino when negomba Chameleone ali comfortable nnyo nene daga kwegomba oli Chameleone go bayitanga brown head yali teyeba kati Chameleone ni batayimba omubanjachi obo kitegeera now kisinze ku affecting abawala because abawala no bazze abayimbi bebadde batunuulira is Juliana and Irene. These are complacent artists like tebayina
comfort zone yaabwe
kati Bashiba bazze bawaguza basanzeewo ba Blue 3. In fact, Sheebah'S most inspiration must have been Cindy because Sheebah yagira Cindy yali
but it was already and was
top.
No, I'm looking at omukazi otunulire mukazi but also Sheebah yajja this the regime yali mba wizo but eyo regime eyo yasembayo kubeera too aggressive. Kati abayimbi abazze leero bwenzija leero nga negomba fiiko olowooza ntunulawo bwenzija leero nga negomba gravity ngenda kola gravity kyakola. So I feel these four like they lack mentorship in that field. Maybe they have Maurice Kiria, maybe they have Kenneth Mugabe ali mu regime yaabwe ali mu generation yaabwe wadaluddewo Kenneth amazeho bangashi just nti ali aggressive era olaba ati we ye amukolera ddala na kibuli ali nga tateekamu ssente nnyingi. So I feel nti bana abayimbi no nkunyonyola kati mwe bali abayimbi abeekwasa mbu yateekamu ssente okitegeera omanyi Kenneth nze ntandika omulaba nga ayimba ku National Theatre ng'ayimbira abantu 10 buli Fun Factory weekuba ng'ajja n'ayimba ne babeera 2 3 ne tutandika okumumanya nti gy'ali. We had that call yesterday era nadde nkugamba have people listened to Sandra Subi?
Sandra Subi simumanyi.
She's a very good
yajoba mu Airtel gundi eyo
okitegeera naye kyenkugamba nti talent yo temala what you do with your talent okitegeera it's the same thing aba football abangi abazze kati kankubuze olaba akapiira
natumaliza
Neymar ali mu top 10 footballers of all time ali mu top 20 Shitegeera naye talent ya Neymar naye manyi no muntu wa Neymar gwe nakanye naye nensoka mubalira ne mwa Neymar yakumpira
buli omwe ensi yonna emanyi nti amanyi naye buli omwe amanyi nti yatuuka we yali alina kuba
so abantu abo boyogedde bamanyi naye okumanya kikolera bo they have to deliver
walina okubaawo ekisukka wa
kati gobo osirika ne R&B wo omwana agenda kujja kube Ulimba rikwazo barisha bada
enkudi kibusu
gundi ulagala akubo ulagala tulwagala tukwerabize nti omanyi n'okuyimba so the thing is they have to step up their game they have to sing they have
so Bush, finally is it streaming is it performance where artists must make most money because tubadde on copyright that yaze bano aba federation barufa bagamba ndi kati ebizibu by'abayimbi byawedde
nditya copyright obuzibu bwena copyright ina kizibu copyright protectinga gwenyini
kintu
kyekyoka ate kuletera sente etya
anti munange music wa mumuzanya
anti bw'otakola now the problem with that law is this because people are paying for what is being consumed people who are broadcasting are going to be selective with what they consume onfuna kyengeza kugamba kati nze bwe mba nze radio station nga giyita Nalebo FM buli luyimba lwenkuba ntusasula omutwalo gumu ngenda kuba ki bantu kye baagala kuwulira so if I'm a radio station I'm competing with Apple Music with Spotify ngenda ku Apple Top 100 bakuba ki Drake
zanyezili abataateke ko mbera
anti competing anono kyesaagala gobere ku radio tekeko Apple Music okitegeera njagala otuule ku radio ya Galaxy obenga tovaako so if I have 1 hour of music I'm going to play era bwogenda mu nsi nga America UK oluyimba lumu kibaluma balukuba emirundi 15 because bo balukuba nti bamanyi ba players bangi kati gwe mu dakika ntono nnyo Alpha agenda takayimba akalala so ba making sure nti bakunyweza to moving ku channel ndala oba bakuwa oluyimba lwoyagala emirundi 10 bagenda dukuba togenda ku simu yo now the problem is nti gobogamba nti copyright eza tugenda funa sente nga toyimba music mulungi ka radio station egenda gamba limba kiwe bakuwa mu bala lweruno limba kiwe bakuwa ku Apple Music lwetugenda okukuba kati gwoluyimba olupya era olaba labels have more influence on radio stations because the wemba ni Rihanna nga Rihanna ye number 1 nina album ejja go radio bo ngamba 1 to exclusive gondi nenkuga kati nkubanje za Rihanna okay tugenda kwebalaawo isamu na Lebono na mu registration kali ngoza manyi ga Rihanna kuisa awani na Lebo onfuna naye after na Lebo afuko wakabinga nga ojuga wena kuga ku na Lebo kati kwata muni kwa Alpha time they create a relationship gujota sobola ku breaking going independent artist obo mfuna so nyimba nyingi ezaba independence nga nungi naye nga tezigenda ku mainstream now streaming wejidde nungi streaming chekola streaming is dictating the other aspect of the business omuzungu tagenda kunoonya show mekaza ko agenda gamba how many people are listening to you agambe kitegeeza go ina following gwe gwagenda oteka ku show
Ozinti okubye show meka
anti sijina ziraba kati sawa ya lero if I'm a promoter for Afro Nation ozani bengine sokotwala
baraka
shitegeera because when ngenda wano agenda gamba he's the biggest artist agenda mu top 100 I don't see him agenda ku Spotify I don't see him agenda ku YouTube naye bwamusanga kagamba you already have a number so you have a drive I can capitalize on that onfuna kyengeza kugamba so the issue is nti ne corporate ne banaji buffing emirundi 10 ali genda kwatani kati kankubuze bwe tubate tubye nyimba copyright ekwatani teka nga bogamba tutofuka wano
so abantu balina
okugamba basi fuse wani agenda okunkwata
abantu balina sigala nga bakola
obishtegera the disadvantage is nti kati tugenda sasula sente there has to be value for money so I'm only paying for what I want to hear lwaki bino byasuula ebintu bingi radio station nze natulanga ku radio nindo oluyimba lwange kibaluma naye kati nduteekako nengola playlist yange enyimba 10 nengende jinja kati nze ntule ninde simanya Flora anyumize ebibozi saagala njagala kuwuliza music wange okitegeera so the issue is this copyright is just a law like any other law don't do this. If you do this, there is a fine. So if I don't do it, what happens? So bw'otuula ewaka.
So does not make artists wealthy.
How does it make them wealthy?
Galaxy bazanya music ataliwa how we busy man.
Anti kiri bwe kiti. Galaxy okuzanya music egenda sasula oyo gwekubye. Kati gwoba toli mu playlist yayo egenda kusasula.
Tekiri nti egenda sasula nga ugamba subscription nti omwaka mitwalo 10.
Tekiriwo. Osasula kyokozesezza. As long as simple as that. Osasula ekyo kyokozesezza. Bw'ogula copy ya CD you pay.
Yes, the last time nalaba Kenzo yali nga abyogerako.
Tabimanyi bambi kyo kituufu. Kenzo tabimanyi. Sagala bakulimbe tabimanyi. Kinyagala okugamba. Wane ne bali tabimanyi.
Radio egenda kwata emitwalo 10 ediwe UPRS.
Radio emitwalo 10. No, radio umanyi wachi baliwo publishers. Publishers track every airplay of their songs because publisher ya owning oluyimba. Era bw'ogaba rights zonti my publishing atu na label publishing lusizinga okubeera olulu oli na label publishing yabanja Galaxy so ye ajja n'agamba mutukubye emirundi 5 twebale ne UPRS bivaamu sente mmeka so mu computing and buli airplay eriyobazi I think it used to be 0.0005 something like that so buli spin ye I'm not sure currently but buli spin ye bo babalamu katugane buli spin ya nusu 10 Galaxy tujibanje 12 Capital tujibanja 15 CVS tujibanja ni bagamba nti katubabale buli myezi 6 mulinayo sente za femeka nditulinayo akakadde kamwe kamu kati mukatuwe kati UPRS bwachi wakyaliwo olutalo wano UPRS yakutte muyimbi nemwe emitwalo 5 abayimbi ne bayomba nti umpoti emitwalo 5 ne bakubuuza nti bakubulimba lo balusasula sente mmeka so abayimbi bo bamanyi nti buli bakuba Galaxy egenda sasula gwetebereza mbwe manga Galaxy sasula omutwalo buli spin
innocent abaina business
abane business
kale banaye tetusobola kumalayo bigambo bibeera bingi nnyo
mu just kenyagala mu buyanga twale tutumya ku bantu aba influence mu ba presenter ni ako inspiring obani goko
Alpha maliriza show
mubeere bulungi mweraba